Hi traders, Nathan Bray here from ACY Securities. Well, we've had inflation data come out here in Australia and New Zealand, and to start with Australia, Australia is moving rapidly higher. Inflation or CPI data came out for the quarter at 1.9%, growing stronger and faster. Okay, the target was only 1.6, so it's really blown that out of the water, despite the fact that the RBA has been raising rates to try and fight off that inflation. Now think of it this way, we've now got an annual figure of inflation rising rapidly up at 8.4%, and the RBA, to fight that 8.4, has risen rates up to 3.1%. And remember, in Australia, we do have a really large household debt problem, lots of mortgages, lots of houses and units being bought. So interest rate rise in that type of environment could become quite catastrophic or negative to our economy. Whereas if we go over to New Zealand, they also have an inflation rise. So they've only gone from, say, 1.3% forecast growth in inflation for the quarter up to 1.4. So it may very well be that New Zealand is starting to slow down its growth of inflation. And one of the reasons that might be is because they raised rates not to 3.1% like we did in Australia, but up to 4.25% very rapidly last year. So that being said, we're seeing the Aussie dollar really start to move off on the news higher that we had today on this massive increase in inflation in Australia. Whereas if we look at the New Zealand US dollar, there could be a trading opportunity there. So I'm looking at this New Zealand US dollar not only up at daily resistance, but up at a major weekly resistance level as well, in line with the longer term downtrend. Now that could provide us some trading opportunities. Our own senior market strategist, Duncan has done a full technical breakdown of the New Zealand against the US dollar. You'll find that link in the description below. Now remember everybody, have yourself an awesome Australia Day tomorrow, even though it's probably going to cost you more. That's all from me. Happy trading.